Alright, so this is game 2 of, I keep forgetting it, Anzac Cup, and I'm versing, introduce yourself.
I'm Michael Cantrell for Harry Potter.
Excellent, so tell us about your army. I know there's only 2 models.
Yeah, well this is an army, I've borrowed a friend's army today for something totally different. I'm normally a Dark Eldar player, and I've gone Drop Pod Salamanders. So to start the game, I literally have 2 models on the battlefield, a Mortis Pater Contemptor and Vulcan.
Yes,
Let's
and
hope they survive turn 1.
Yeah, let's hope. And there's my Nid Swarm. We've got the 2 Flying Hive Tyrants and the Morlock. Alright, let's get into it. So this was game 2 against Michael, but your nickname apparently is Harry Potter.
That's the one, yeah.
So, what was your initial thing? So you're playing Tyranids, you saw my list, I explained it, and what were you thinking?
I was thinking a lot of base troops, and there's going to be a lot more base troops. Should be a lot of kill points on offer, but yeah, it's pretty sweet. It was my first time playing with a drop pod list, and after sort of understanding in my own mind that I was fighting another drop pod / reserve / deep strike heavy army, it sort of did have no idea what to do. I was kind of making it up on the fly.
Yep. All right, so we'll get into it, and you explain how you deployed. So you did something interesting, which I was a little surprised about. You deployed just the 2 things, because as you said, everything else was coming in. Contemptor Dread, which I now despise more than anything on earth. And I think you love. I think you're actually falling in love with him.
Yeah,
it's going to be your second wife.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But you also did your Warlord, and he's just sitting out there saying, "Hi, how are you?"
Yeah.
I just had to take the risk, and my 2 Hive Tyrants came up.
Paid off. Yeah.
Was it 24 shots into him?
Yeah.
And you failed 3 2+ saves.
Just got him.
So that was it. It paid off because I got the first blood, got Warlord kill and the victory point.
Straight up.
Now you could have actually come back with the same thing with my Warlord and a victory point. But we had talked about this afterwards. You actually split up one of your drop pods. It's going up, dropping up at the top. And your Contemptor, he could have taken him out as well, straight up. But you took the bait of my little bodyguard dude, and you blew him out of the sky. Let's be quite honest. You just nuked him instantly. But you could have done that same thing with the Warlord, which I was very surprised that you didn't.
Well, my main idea was I knew there was 2 of them. My main idea was to kill one outright with the Contemptor, and then ground the other one and tear it apart with 2 Ironclad Dreadnoughts.
Yep.
If it could have come off, but unfortunately I did not ground the second one, and it all.
And I think you could have done it over here if you see the top drop pod. If you had done him like here, you would have had 2 more chances to ground him.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I think your idea was good. You just split too much, I think.
I think so too, yeah. I need to concentrate my forces into one area and just start earning victory points, basically.
Yeah, so my Morlock completely missed with his blasting. My Doom lands. He's only going to hit 1 unit, the whole thing. But you can see, I hate your Contemptor.
Yeah.
As soon as you blew one guy out straight away, and I said, no, it has to die. All the Devil Gorns, the Spore, and my Hive Tyrant just went, you must die.
Yeah. I was worried and I knew he was going down.
Yeah, and I've got the Gene Stealers there just in case I don't kill him as well. And now here we go, I've got the charge happening here of my Termagants that are hugging.
Yep, just slowing me down.
The whole game, that was until the end of the game.
That's how the game ended, I'm pretty sure.
Literally, you kill 3 or 2, nothing happens to you. You kill 3 or 2, nothing happens to you. I charged with my Gene Stealers. I didn't cause anything.
No,
the bottom one
did nothing, and the Dread eventually tore all the Stealers down. I think for one of my 2 kill points.
Yes. Luckily, I got your Dread, which I was the Contemptor Dread. Yeah. Very, very happy about that.
He could have been a bit of a game changer if he's doing.
And for the rest of the game, my Hive Tyrant did nothing else but just kill your pods. Yeah. That was it. It was just flying around killing a pod because I needed 6s to glance it. With enough shots, I luckily got enough. My Doom got a couple of kills there, and then next turn he finishes off that squad there that's in combat with my Morlock. You'll never drop pod up the top here. Again, a little bit wary of that because you're within charge range. Luckily,
that's what I was sort of going for, hoping to pick off some of these smaller units and hopefully to get the Cestus in behind and these monstrous.
That's right.
Creatures.
How was it? A quarter of your army didn't come in until turn 4.
Yeah.
That was unlucky. That was unlucky.
So they got 1 round of combat the whole game, and then it was game over.
Yep.
So I was hoping that the Terminators and the Cestus would come in, start taking care of some of these monstrous creatures and the small units that had spawned. And this end of the table, with the monstrous creatures, was sort of, there was a lot less threats down there. The Steelers, the Devil Gaunts, were sort of down the other end.
Yeah.
And down this end, there was a lot of unengaged stuff that Terminators could have taken care of with the tactical score.
If they came in.
If they came
Unfortunately, they didn't.
Yeah, they just sort of got picked apart piecemeal, sort of dropped in, 10 guys, unsupported. Yeah. So.
And then you had to assault, was it the assault Terminators had to, so next turn, right now you're just coming on, but next turn you had to assault Termagants, which I was very happy about. It's like, you wanted to get my Tervagon, my baby maker, but...
I was hoping that squad attack Marines would have like more luck getting rid of that screening squad. So next turn they'd be into the mother bug.
Unfortunately,
that did not happen. Unfortunately.
Yeah, you got quite a few kills though with the attack Marines. They're just behind the flyer. But then I got into combat with them, and then you lost, and you ran towards me.
That's right. Yeah.
Which meant I could charge easier because I shot you. I shot you. You failed your leadership. You ran towards me, and then I could get into combat
at the other end. Yeah. So which was just putting more points down your end.
So my halftime is just flying about. I finally kill off that squad there. So the Morlock assaults.
Yeah, they took a bit of killing. I think it was the Doom, the Morlock.
No, not the Doom, because the Doom's just doing nothing really. No, it was Big Mama and the little dudes.
Yep.
The Morlock charged the drop pod.
That's right, the drop pod. Yeah, for another point. Yeah.
And so I got those 2 points at the top. This drop pod here, I think, got wrecked. I believe.
The tentacles, I think, on the.
Yep.
Drop
and
pod.
the pod here in the middle got wrecked. Contemptor died. 2 Ironclads are just hugging each other. I think the bottom one died eventually from my Gene Stealer because it got immobilized. That's right, it got immobilized, and then finally I got the kill on it.
Yep.
But that was it. It was just, I think that was it. It was mainly because your army came in just so, as you said, piecemeal.
Yeah. If I had have had one good turn on turn 2 where I rolled all the reserves on, I would have been able to concentrate that firepower and start sort of chewing back down the other end of the table in force.
And we talked about this afterwards with Danny, just in terms of deployment and versus different armies, and he told me later on in the tournament you did pretty well with them.
Yeah, it's just experience. There's a few special rules, like I had not a good understanding of the Space Marine drop pod assault, so I didn't realise that it was at the end of my turn. Even if you killed the Contemptor, I had nothing on the field. That's why I set Vulcan up, so I've got 2 targets.
Yeah.
So yeah, after I sort of realised that, it became a bit easier, so I could hide the Contemptor and that's it, and then Vulcan came in with the Terminators, and that's devastating, as I found out later.
Alright, thank you very much.
No worries.